Here we go.
Medley, if you will. Joining us at 8:45.
Time to go fishing. Guys, I wasn't having very good luck. Switched to the Ned Rig, and believe it or not, caught my first smallmouth, baby. I was on the Ned Rig with the what do they call it, micro finesse head, and just threw it out there, felt something on the line, and yeah, that boy, it's not huge, but I'm just happy I caught my first smallmouth. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, and what a beautiful day. It's gorgeous out right now, so I'm gonna keep fishing, but man, awesome. All right, so here's what I'm using. It's got a micro finesse jig head. Skirt's kind of busted up, but it still works. And then just a Z-Man TRD rig, or a TRD worm. It's kind of a, I guess, watermelon red flake. And yeah, he hit it and took off with it, so I'm telling you, these are the best. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe this. Like 2 casts later, look at that football, dude. It's my second smallmouth ever. Oh my gosh, it's huge. That's like probably a 2-pounder. Oh my gosh, dude, that's awesome. Holy cow. They must be schooling around here. That's incredible. I gotta get a picture of this dude. Alright, I'm gonna try to let this guy go without falling in here. There you go. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Alright, this is getting crazy. Number 3. And he is bigger. I swear to God, he's bigger. What a beast. That's a solid 2-pounder. 2.5. Oh my gosh. Never, I've been fishing 30 years. Never caught a smallmouth. All of a sudden I'm catching them like crazy out here. 3 of them today. That little micro finesse. That's a killer bait, dude. That's a killer bait. All right. Let's let this bad boy go. Get back, let me catch you again, little guy. That's awesome. All right. Our 4th of the day. He's just a little guy. But still, that's 4 more smallmouth than I've ever caught. It's crazy. They're just schooling up out here. Oh man. This is awesome. I'm so excited. After all those smallmouth, I'm gonna get a largemouth. That's crazy. He's not bad either. He's about 1.5 pounds. That's awesome. A good day to bass fish. And they're just hitting on them like crazy. Okay, let's get him back in the water too. This is crazy, guys. Bass number 6, my 5th smallmouth. And that's, I would say, probably close to the biggest. Man, that's too cool. He's heavy. He's probably 2.5. Guess. It's real heavy. It's a gorgeous fish too. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love this place. Never caught a smallmouth before today. This is too cool. I'm gonna get her off the hook. I swallowed it. See that? Get her off the hook. There you go. Oh, that's too cool. She's hiding under that rock. That's awesome. All right, guys. I'm gonna get my corporate head on. Get that corporate sponsorship. It's not really, not sponsored, but so yeah, I've been here right at 3 hours. Well, probably a little less than 3 hours. It took me probably about 30 minutes to get out here. I didn't start fishing this spot for probably an hour or so, the spot that I was having luck on. So really it's more like 2 hours of fishing this spot, and had 6 bass out of there. 5 of them were smallmouth, and then out of that 5, 3 were good, like keeper sized bass. So they're just schooling up there, and by the rocks there's a big drop off there, and I was just kind of working on either side of the drop off, and I was getting bites on both sides. Yeah, it's just, the morning was really cool. It was probably about 55 or so. Got a lot of dew and fog and stuff coming off the water, and so when that sun come out, hit those rocks, it warmed up quite a bit, I would imagine. And I was just bass fishing heaven. Today was, I looked on my fishing calendar app, and this whole day is pretty much supposed to be great, but right around the time I got here, it really was supposed to pick up, and it took a little while to find the right spot, but man, once I found it, it's great fishing. And honestly, I could probably stay here all day and fish and just catch fish after fish, but it's I gotta go to work here in about, I'm not good at math, about 4 or 5 hours, and so I need to go home, take a shower, get ready, maybe take a nap. It's gonna be hard to sleep though after catching all those smallmouth. I tell you what, it was awesome. And I had a completely different game plan for, because I wanted to target them, but I had a completely different idea of what I was gonna use. I was gonna use these big, let's see, Bass Intimidator. Read about them in Fisherman. So I was gonna use these tube jigs with the inset hook. They're weighted, so they sink pretty fast. So I was gonna do kind of a quick twitching action type of thing that I'd read about, and honestly, this was better. This was so much better. I just dropped it, fished it normal, just like I would fish for largemouth at a pond or something. Just let it sit, watch the line. If it didn't move for, 5 or 10 seconds, then I twitch it a little bit and just keep working it, just inching along the bottom there, and just stop it and watch the line. That's the biggest secret I could tell you to fishing this thing, is you just stop it and watch the line. Don't try to just keep moving it through the water real fast, because there's no need. There's just no need. You just let it sit. The bass will come and hit it. They don't need to chase. They'll come and just scoop it up with their mouth, and that's when you got them. That's when you see the line start taking off, start straightening it out, and you just put the pressure on. Just reel back, reel in your slack, put the pressure on. And I had a couple misses, but otherwise, I mean, it just come out. But it wasn't like a bad hook set or anything, it just come out. But otherwise, man, every time I was hitting them. Every time I got that tight line on there, just hit them, set the hook, and whew, I'm still excited, man. Still excited. That's so awesome. You gotta check out Z-Man if you haven't checked him out. I know I talk about him a lot, but it's because this is the best lure I've ever, like the best series of lures I've ever used. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, I really, just since I started using Z-Man, I feel like my fishing has like gotten so much better, and how I'm like trying to detect bites has made me better. It's hard to explain, but when you're watching that line instead of trying to feel for the fish, you're gonna hit on more fish. As hard as it is to believe, you are. Like, there were times when I was reeling, I didn't even feel the fish until it was starting to fight me. Like, it was, I just set the hook, and as soon as it started fighting, I knew I had it. So, but yeah, just check them out. If you haven't read any of my articles, check those out. They'll tell you like exactly what I'm doing here, how I set my pull up. I use an ultralight 7.5 foot rod, Berkeley fire. What are they called? I can't think of them now. Cherrywood maybe. It's either like fire cherry or cherrywood or something. I'll put a link in the description, but they're really good rods. They don't break on you. They don't mess up on you. And then I was using Suffix Siege. I think it was Siege in the high vis 10-pound braided line, and then a fluorocarbon leader, Yo-Zuri. And they're good. Like, that doesn't break at all. Like, that's good stuff. And I use that in the 8 to 10 pound range, and yeah, it's just great. Like, when you have that fluorocarbon leader on there, they can't see it, so they'll just gladly take a bite at it at any time. I talked to a guy out here that was fishing, and he was kind of went around me to fish this other side of the thing, and so at the end of the day, I waved him over. I was like, "Hey, try fishing here. You catch a lot of smallmouth and stuff over here." So, but he was going for bluegill, so I think he's gonna head off towards the heated dock and fish over there. But yeah, I mean, just this type of style of fishing, the Midwest finesse, which is Ned Katie is one of the big guys. He's the one that the Ned Rig is named for. He's one of the big guys that does this, and like, I've talked to him about fishing quite a bit, just through like writing articles and stuff. He lives in Lawrence, which is 30 minutes away from here, so he's a great resource. And I just like listen to how he sets things up, how he does things. It's taught me like there's a different way to do stuff than what I always thought. Like, you don't have to have like this ultra sensitive line that you can feel like whenever something's hitting on your hook. You just use your other senses. Use your sight, watch it. That braided line, it floats on the top of the water, so you can just watch that and watch when it starts taking off. Just watch the tip. Like, there's two tips. There's the tip that when your line hits the water off of your pole, that first spot is where you want to watch, because there's another part of the line down further where it dives down. That's where the bait is diving down, and so you have like this length of line that's just floating on top of the water. So you watch that first one when it starts taking off, and if it's deep water when you cast, it's going to move a little bit, just because it's sinking. But just shake it. I'll shake it when it's dropping, and then if it does, like if a fish does hit on it, then you usually can feel it then, and you'll set the hook and you'll be good. But just shake it, and once it hits the bottom, it'll stop moving, and then that's when you start working your lure. You just shake it. Basically, I just shake it when it hits the bottom, let it sit 5-10 seconds, and then I'll just kind of pop it like this, pop it 3 or 4 times like this, and reel in the slack, and just watch the line. You just let it sit another 5-10 seconds. Let it soak, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how well that works. So hey, it's been great. I'm glad I finally caught a smallmouth. It's been a long time goal of mine. I'd been planning all summer, like, I gotta get this done, I gotta do this, and I finally did it. So, and I did it 5 times, which is crazy. I haven't caught like hardly any bass out here this year at all, and it just all of a sudden just like crazy. So fall fishing is here, guys. Get out there, get some crappie, get some bass, get whatever you want, man. They're going nuts. It's great stuff. I'll see you later.